Now is Republican Congressman Chris Collins from New York. What's your reaction, sir?
Well, first of all, our thoughts and prayers obviously go out to the individuals and the families of those. We understand 6 individuals have died and there's another 15 injured. It shows the dangerous world we're in. I mean, it's a different world certainly than what I grew up in. And now with what we always call the soft targets, places that you really can't defend, that you don't expect, and there's soft targets, everywhere, whether it's shopping centers or in this case walking the sidewalk. It's a tragedy. We don't know if this was a mentally ill individual or whether he, was affiliated with some other terrorist organization. But it's a tragedy, and it's just a very dangerous world. I mean, everyone has to keep their antenna up at all times, regardless of where they are. You hate to say that, but it's a sign of the times.
Congressman, one of the extraordinary things about New York is how vigilant we are. When an incident like this happens, we saw emergency vehicles, bomb squads, you name it. There were hundreds, literally hundreds and hundreds of vehicles and officers and officials on site almost immediately after we first got news that something happened. We are prepared like I think no other city in the world to respond, and yet, as well prepared as we are, perhaps the premier city in the entire world now in our anti-terrorism capability, it's still possible for one person to bring a city to a standstill. I guess that's something we'll just never be able to get over.
Well, and as you said, we respond, but a response means something's already happened. In this case, a very soft target, a single individual, and it's frankly impossible to defend against that. And, that's, again, the dangerous world we're living in. And, it's the tragedy. And some people say we need to do something to stop it. These are all but impossible to stop. And that's why people just have to be vigilant and know where they are and pay attention to what's going on and certainly report anything looking suspicious. And I think that's the other key. If somebody's doing something that's suspicious, they need to call it in and not just ignore it.
We were looking at pictures a second ago of crumpled bicycles in the path that had clearly been run over. When I think about places that I visited, like Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, they have high cinder block walls that surround every building. There's a guard at the mouth of every entrance who is armed with a gun, and just sort of everybody lives behind walls because it's a dangerous place. It's hard to imagine America moving in that direction. But as we see this thing becoming more and more prevalent, what do you do?
Well, and that's why we all have to live our lives, and that's easy to say, but, the terrorists would like nothing more than to have us disrupting our lives and not going to concerts and not going to nightclubs and not riding our bicycles. We cannot give in to that. But clearly, everyone just has to be aware of their surroundings, and if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and like in this case, 6 individuals we know and another 15 injured, our hearts and prayers go out to those individuals and their families, and there just is no easy solution here.
Yeah. Congressman Chris Collins, thank you.
Yeah, nice to be with you.